I cannot stay moisturized. What the hell? You heard me now?
Hear me
Okay.
now? Yep, you can hear me now. Bet. All right, I'm sending you this link right now.
Okay. And what do I do with it?
You just
Post it
post it. Should say we live.
live on KC Caffeine.
Live. We live on youtube.com/KC Caffeine. And I'm about to post that link right now. Because we live in this share
Where are you sending me the link at?
in the group chat.
Okay. All right. Let me see. I'm on my phone, so I copied this, right, and then posted
Yep.
to Facebook. Hold on. Let me do this. Let's see. Ooh, that's a big photo. Live. You said live on YouTube. What?
I just put live on YouTube.
Oh, that's it.
Yep.
Okay. And then paste. All right.
All right. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Mm, mm. Get up,
Wait.
get up, get up, get up. Mm, 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 mm. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. All right, y'all. It's that time. It's that time in the morning now. Y'all got to get up. You gotta get on up now.
Hey,
You can
and we
sit
got
down.
to
Get
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 on up.
on up. Woo doo. Listen, listen, listen.
Oh,
Welcome to Wake the F Up. I am your
yeah.
host, Jay, and I am here with my beautiful, wonderful sister. We are out here just like doing the dang thing. Um, we're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff, different things today, but I could not do this show on this morning without this person. We listen. She is the one person who can say, "I've known her my whole life
Well, that's true. That's
since
right.
since the
That's
day I
right.
was born. I did one of the first people I ever met, and
Yes.
we are like our journey is so similar, and we have so
Mhm.
many interesting like parallels. I thought, if we're gonna do, if I'm gonna do a morning show, one of my first guests got to be my sister, got to be Cece. So she's coming to you live and direct from the DMV.
DMV by way of yes, Leesburg. But yes, in the
Leesburg.
DMV. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Change is coming.
Wake up! We gotta wake up. So we know y'all on
Wake
y'all
up.
way to work. Might be sitting at your desk like, so boring at this
Mm-hmm.
job. It's a Monday too.
Mm-hmm.
But we gonna entertain y'all for about an hour or so. Make sure y'all got y'all lives together. Get y'all on a good foot for this day, for this early
Good
morning.
foot.
I gotta get on the
Get
good
on the
foot,
good foot.
a good
Get on the
dog.
good foot. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
before we get to the good stuff, we gotta at least get this messy Monday morning mess out.
Right.
So as I was perusing around the shade room, as one does in the morning to kind of figure out what's happening with the celebrity gossip, I ran across a couple of stories that I thought might be interesting for us to talk about. Number
Ooh.
one, we're gonna start good, and then we're gonna make our way into the mess.
Okay.
I
So
want to
there's good
wish.
shade. There's good shade.
That's good. That could be good shade.
We're gonna start with the good shade. Okay.
I want to wish a happy birthday to the Queen. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
She was gone for a minute. Now she back with the jump off. Goons in the club in case
Oh.
something jump off. Back up for the hive, let the pump off. You know what I'm saying? I used to be
Mm-hmm.
scared of the. Now throw lips to the hinder lip like a
Uh,
real
uh,
try to jack me like a
hey,
hunter.
hey.
Yes. This lady's night what? No, that's not her verse, but it's fine. Lil Kim, happy birthday.
Lil Kim, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Little Kim, happy, but you big Kim now. Hey, 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 happy birthday to ya.
So, you got to do the Kim dance.
Hey, I used to be, hey, she rocking it lately. I seen her daughter, or like videos with her and her daughter on the stage and stuff. So good, good for her.
Yeah,
Happy
she's no matter
birthday.
what, she innovated and did what she came to do. So,
That's right.
I you got to give
Legend of the hip hop
flowers.
era.
So
Mm-hmm.
you got to give flowers.
Flowers.
So
Mm.
moving on to some things that don't make sense in the world that don't make sense. Um, so I don't know if you've known about the stuff that's going on with one Miss Britney Spears, the,
Is this about her conservatory? Is that what it's called?
her conservatorship.
Conservatorship. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Britney's been in this conservatorship since like 2006, and she been
Forever,
trying to
ever.
forever ever. You know what I'm saying? It basically means she don't have control of her life.
Right.
That's it's
Which is
sad.
crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. I watched that story about that. Like that's crazy to have to be able to just control. Like we think that we're under control automatically, but that's some real control. Like you can't do anything without the permission of someone else.
Right.
I thought you grew out of that, when you became an adult, but whatever.
But
No.
it's she's been trying to get her life back, and people have been very supportive, and I agree. I think if you have, you know, I understand the need to, like, at some point someone has to. Sometimes people have to take control and go, all right, we need to help out and do what we got to do to help you get together because you're struggling from some sort of mental illness. But when there comes a point in time where you have to let the reins go. So I get,
Right.
so I get the Free Britney movement. What I don't
Mm-hmm.
get, and what I'm not out here for, is Madonna crawling out from whatever hole she was sitting under, and
Wait a
saying,
minute. What's Madonna talking about? Because I don't like the way your tone was with her. What's up? Come on now. That's a legend in the making too
she
now.
is
What's up? What
listen. Madonna
Madonna
is a
doing?
legend. Madonna is a legend, but what she said
She paid all
was,
types of ways for Britney. Now, what did Madonna do?
Madonna said she thought slavery was abolished years ago.
Okay. Well, that's true.
It's true, but what we don't need to do.
Well, wait a minute. We all thought it was abolished years ago. Should been. I mean, let me hear what you about to say about it.
What we're not going to do is compare what's going on with Britney to slavery.
Britney to slavery. I knew that's what you was going to say. What we're not going to do is that, but you know what? We have to say, when we speak slavery, we have to be, for us, because I get it, for us. You know what I'm saying? When we hear the word slavery, we're like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up. However, when people say sometimes we have to be a little bit open-minded, where she's just trying to say, like, that's being a slave to someone else. It's like when Prince was a slave to his record label. When, what's her name? What's the girl's name now? Oh, gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Taylor
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
A slave to her label and all that. I think that's what she meant in that context. So I don't know for sure, but that's what I would assume in that context. Because right now that is like Britney is a slave and she's been a slave to who's ever been trying to push her to do this and to do that and not allow her to live her life. The first thing I want to jump in on is that a mental illness does not require someone to take over your life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I suffer from that, and I'm sure there's many people who do, but that doesn't mean that your life needs to be taken over. Now, I think from watching the documentary, some of the things that was said is that whoever was in her corner at the time, I think they were really trying to get this other guy to not, right? He looked like he was taking over, so they jumped in.
So they jumped in.
You know what I mean?
But now,
so it was.
because I follow the Britney saga
Right.
for
You know what I'm saying?
years.
So now he's not in the picture, but even if he was in the picture, there could have been a different way to go about that than to basically make her like a ward of the state. Because that's almost basically what they did. Like, we have control of you. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like.
Well,
And
her dad
they,
has
you're right.
control of everything, and like if you watch the documentary, her dad really isn't about anything but the money. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's
that's
the
obvious.
coins, and
Hmm.
doesn't necessarily have her best interests at heart, and is that is kind of where a lot of this is coming from, and she's 39 years old, almost 40,
Gee.
and doesn't have any real agency over herself for her. Like the reason she's not putting out music is because she don't want.
She,
She, she's like I want
she don't
to.
want them to get the money.
She don't want them to get the money.
Right, but she can't.
So you
So
know,
do they have control? You know how like you have, okay, so if she's not with the label, let's say she was on like you know how people now are becoming stars and stuff, like they're on TikTok and Instagram and making their own little thing. So is it like anything that she does goes to him, like any amount of money she makes? So like if
she
she
has
goes to the bathroom, somebody asks her for her urine for the day and they give her $5,000, is she required to give that to him? Like, is it that?
he
Is it
has
like that?
he's the one that has to agree to any money making abilities that come through.
So what happens to her? Like, here's my issue. What happens to her? Because, everybody got their own side hustles. They got ways of making money. So if Brittany was in this, let's say, she's not, so let's not put that, but let's say she went to, I'm going to go out to the strip club. This is hypothetical, please. And she's going to make her money on the dollars on the pole. How does her father, what happens to her if she's making money outside of this conservatorship? Like, what, does she go to jail? Like, what is the
Well,
deal?
she would have to get permission to go to the
Now,
club
see,
to get. She would have to
she
get
got to get,
permission to leave the house if she
wait
wanted
a
to go
minute,
to the
it's like
pole.
that?
Yes.
She has to get, wait a minute, she has to get permission to leave the house? Now, see, at this point, it's not even about her dad. This has to do with the people, the lawyers or the judges who are allowing this to happen, because this is all legal and paperwork, right? And
Right.
documents. So when she went to go and do try to get it appealed or get it annulled or whatever they was trying to do to end it, though the judge and whoever was there, right, they were responsible for that. It really just takes a judge to say, okay, this is ridiculous. Let's just end this, right?
Right.
So her dad, somewhere there's some control and there's people probably making money off of her. And that's just ridiculous. And you know what I say to Brittany? Girl, listen, there's a lot of us that be on house arrest, all types of stuff, crazy. Go out there, make your money. Let them come for you. Golly. Don't
You
tell
got
me I'm going to
you
go
got Brittany out
outside.
here
Are they
committing
going to arrest
felonies.
her? No, I'm getting Brittany to be a rebel. Rebel. That's what. Go outside. I'm going to the corner store, and if they got some money for me, listen, I need it. Oh my goodness, she can't even go outside. That's crazy. I didn't know she had to get permission.
Anything. Her signature is worthless. Like everything has. Her life is micromanaged. But we wasn't gonna
You
spend
know
all
what? This is what I.
Go ahead.
No, let's listen. We got to do one last disclaimer. All the Britney fans, find out where she lives. All these people who can do things and put stuff up in one little moment, y'all go out there and you make a concert and you do raise money for Britney and you give it to Britney. That's what I say. Free Britney. Dag nabbit.
One thing she
Get
don't need is
outside.
money. Brittany got the money. Don't worry, we ain't got to worry about that. But okay, so
Get her
billionaire Richard
outside. Break her
Branson
free.
has
Who?
made the billionaire Richard Branson.
Oh
Virgin,
Lord, I don't know who this is.
he has made it to space and back. He has
Oh, I
flown-
think I saw a picture of him, Richard Branson. What did he do?
He was the CEO of Virgin. Now he's got Virgin Airlines, which is what.
Ah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
He didn't flown his ass to space and back. Now listen, as
Wait a minute. He
If
was
you
in the
got-
space shuttle?
no, he built his own shuttle.
He built his own space shuttle
He built himself a space plane
and went into space?
and went into space and came back.
Hmm.
I'm of two minds on this.
Why do we have NASA if a person could just
We
hey,
don't. Well, see,
what's NASA for?
here's the
Wow.
thing. Here's where why I'm of two minds of this. One, like, if you have so much money that you could be like, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna go to space.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. People with money just shrivel, just, oh.
Like,
listen, we're supposed to be waking up. Don't give me a whole high blood pressure on the wake up, because the deal with the people were just spending frivolous money for no reason. Like I was doing something with some people, residents and stuff, and we were going over like, money and things, and it was like an old comic book. I think the first Superman comic book that sold for 10 cents went on auction, and somebody paid $3 million. $3 million for a comic book. And you got, you know what I'm saying? People living in tents or not even living in under bridges and all this stuff. And it's so disgusting to me to have that kind of money and you want to buy a comic book or build a space station. What is in space so bad that you need to go there?
You just want to
What
be
are
the
they
first
doing?
person, the first private individual to go to space. Which, listen.
How does Jeff Bezos feel about that? Because I thought that's what his game plan was.
If I were Jeff Bezos, I would be mad as a mug because
isn't that the whole his whole Amazon is about getting to space?
He wanted to go to space first. And Richard Branson said, what you won't do on this day, he came in and was like, "Whoop, got it. Sorry."
No, the people that need to be mad is NASA. Like, we work hard to get into space and to have all these things, and here you come around with your money. But that just says how much money people actually have, like individual people have, that you can go above NASA, which is like a government program type of thing, and can build yourself your own space shuttle, basically, or space plane, and go into space.
Yeah.
Come on, and come back in the same day like nothing. That was a big deal. We have a whole announcement leaving from the Florida. Now a man just went in there and came back down. How? First of all, we're just Americans. Sometimes drive me insane. Because what does that mean? So now you're gonna have all types of people trying to build their own space planes, and everybody gonna be. We're gonna have the whole daggone Jetson series coming up soon. I can't deal.
I would be fine with the Jetsons. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. I adored, the Jetsons. I wouldn't mind flying around, but I need some real people with some real education to know that what we're doing is safe. That man might have went in space and came back with some sort of alien. We don't know what he is now. I don't know that that's him.
He done gave us COVID-2 electric boogaloo.
Listen, gosh, Lee, that's why we got the Delta virus. People going in space and coming out. Y'all know I'm kidding. We don't really have the Delta virus because of that. But I'm just saying, people doing stupid stuff, and we don't know what they're bringing back. Right. The whole protocol. He didn't went up there like it's. Why was he even allowed to do that? Do you understand how much money?
As a rich person, you can do what you want.
Do you know what I mean? That is a problem. That is an entire problem. You have that kind of money that you can just sit down and just not go through any of the protocols that people. You know what I'm saying? What's the guy that went up there first? Neil Armstrong. I know he'd be like, "Are you kidding me? Are you?" Gosh. Oh no, I can't take it. I'm tired of all these people with this dumb money. That's what I call it. It's dumb money because there's so much you could be doing. There's people. Let me tell you something. With this pandemic, there are people who are truly hurting. There's also people who really sacrifice their lives, their time, and everything. And you know what they got as a reward for that sacrifice? Some people got umbrellas. Some people even got a little coin, a medallion that you can't do anything with.
Right.
And people are spending money to go into space, to buy comic books, to buy, dress. Like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? I'm just praying for the day, Lord. Just praying for the day. Because trust me, I'm going to feed people how we're supposed to be feeding people and what we're supposed to be doing when we have blessings like that.
Yes, speak it into existence. We're going to speak it into existence. Mm-hmm. So finally, on this part, this kind of brings us to our regular conversation. Barack Obama has put out his summer playlist.
Oh,
And
I saw some of that. He got a lot of African stuff on there. Ooh, ooh. Go
yeah, he
Obama.
got a lot of Afro beats on here. Um, look, some of the ones that I saw that made me go, okay. He got Straightening by the Migos on here, which I was like, Barack Obama out here listening to the Migos. Okay. Jasmine
Listen, he said
Sullivan.
I'm human.
Jasmine Sullivan, Pick Up Your Feelings, which is
Mm-hmm.
a jam. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like that's a little bit of shade to these Trump supporters who try to say that Biden ain't win. He's like, look, y'all, you need to go and pick up your feelings. Like, pick up your feelings. Because,
I don't even know why that's still even a discussion like that too. Here we go again. That's just I can't. I can't. Let's not even get on that rant. My blood pressure is already at this level. Yes, music. Back to the
yes.
music. What else you
So,
got on there?
he got Tears of a Clown by Smokey Robinson and the
Mm-hmm.
Miracles.
Oh,
Uh,
that's my Tears of a Clown.
mm-hmm. Do,
Hey,
do,
when
do,
there's
do, do,
no
do.
one around. I am a classic. I love me some old school. I do.
Yes. He got
I
Good
love
Days
me
by SZA on here. Um, Find a Way by her featuring Lil Baby. Like, there's some
some.
bops on here. And so I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, I see you, but I also see the shade, and I love it. Um, I do. I see the shade, and I love it. But like, it's here's something that I recognize, and this is just a tangent, and that has this came out, and like I've realized it doesn't matter what that man do. That man can literally walk out the street, and people are just mad.
At Obama?
Yeah, for no reason, just mad. I finally
Well,
said,
I
you know
think
what? It must really annoy your life to know that that man is better than you in every way possible. Like,
you said it. Say that. Repeat what
it's
you just said. Let me hear that again.
it
Repeat
must
it.
really annoy their lives to know that that man is better than them in every way possible.
Yeah, I think that's for some. I think that depends on where you are. And yes, people are mad and they're, I think when you look at it at the whole, I don't necessarily think that people are mad at Obama. I think they're upset possibly just because, well, let's be real and keep real, that it's a black man. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? That is that has, I'm saying, shown the image that, not what some people have been perceived to think that black men can be. And he did get to the highest level and he did good and he got the world together and he united. And then you have the people who I'm almost going to say to some degree, and the people could get mad, almost no fault to their own, because let's be real here. Like the industry, the media, all of that, there are some demographics that are only pushed certain, you know what I'm saying, certain news stories, certain things, and so they can only go by what they know. You know what I mean? You literally have to get yourself out of your thought process, which is a thing on us. You know what I mean? And to go into other worlds and other places to see, you know what I mean? That wait a minute, what I'm being taught or what is being shown to me is not the actual truth. You know what I
True.
mean? So when people spew that kind of hate, I don't really think that it's directed necessarily at that person. It's probably more so the hate within themselves. You know what I mean? Because if you're taught to hate, all you can do is hate. You know what I mean? You can't be living in a life of love. So that means your whole demeanor is kind of hateful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're mad because I can't get out, and I know there has to be something. There has to be something more. You know what I mean? But some people are just stuck in their boxes. They're stuck in their ways. But if that's all I'm being seen, in some aspects, I think that we need to really as a whole look at what it is. Remember when we was growing up, there was four TV channels. Everybody got the same news. Everybody got the same news. And then all of a sudden you get all these conglomerates, cable and here, and I can show this here and I can show that there. And it's just true. And if you look at the news and you listen to some of the journalists and what they say, they go to different places, but these people aren't seeing anything different. They see stuff like Fox News. They see all this stuff. So yes, the simple fact that you can even still think that Trump won, that's a problem. What are you looking at? How could you not be, you know what I'm saying, a part of the real world? There's just something that's just wrong with our whole system that can even happen, that we even allow false truths to even be, presented as real. Like that's a problem with the people who have money who decide to go to space instead of making this world a better place. Do you
Well,
see
you
what
better
I'm
bring it
saying?
back around. You better bring it back around.
Shoot.
All right, sis. So
All right.
so let's dive into you for a second. You said me and you have a very similar path. Both of us are entertainers by nature.
Hmm.
That is, you're a DJ now. I'm a content creator. Look at us out here
Hmm.
living our dreams. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Like living the
That we
dreams that
talked
we
about.
wanted, things that we
That we
said we
wanted.
wanted to
Talked
do.
about.
Um,
Hmm.
what was your journey like? What was your path like um, to getting
To the.
to where you're at?
Oh wow. Now that's a whole nother segment. Um, it was a long journey, a journey of hurts and tears and prayers and just really getting my act together. And I have to be honest, like it's not something that I was done by myself. Having my faith in God and God leading me to where I am now. Because had I not met my partner, who I'm with now, probably would have never happened, to be quite honest. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still I mean, it would have happened because when you're destined for something, it would have. But the way that it did and how quickly things are transpiring, um, it's it's amazing. It's an amazing. And so the journey was, you just got to keep your head up and keep in it and believe in yourself. Because there are days when I don't still believe like this is happening. You know what I mean? Like yesterday,
Imposter syndrome is real.
right. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes just because I'm so used to like the bad in some ways, like this is not going to last. This is not going to last. You know what I mean? So it's almost like a, a state of, self-sabotaging, like, because I'm so worried about being this and being that. And it's really about realizing, you know what? I got this. Like this was already given to me. You know what I mean? I've been doing this all my life. You know what I mean? When I tell people like, oh, you see, you're new in the DJ, I say, yeah, I'm new, but I ain't new. You know what I mean? Like I've
Right.
been dancing and singing and entertaining and making people happy for the longest. Like part of the DJ stuff, I got from you. You know what I mean? Because you used to DJ when you were doing your teaching dance and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, cool, I could do that. And then going into the field of being an activities director and activities assistant and all this stuff in the senior living community, that was just the
Well, guys, she'll be back in a second. I think. I hope. Listen, it's live. It bees this way sometimes. It bees this way sometimes. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Listen, she was delivering a word, and see what the devil do. Y'all, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Look, she just. Dang, she was about to deliver a word. I know it. I feel it in my bones. Let me see if I can try to get her back in here. Where's she at? Sistrin. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Andrea Downing. Oh, let's see. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Let's see if I can get her back up in here. I bet, how much I want to bet she don't even realize she gone. She over there just preaching a full word. Here she go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome back, welcome back.
This is. Let me tell you something. This is the struggle is sometimes your phone, because you got to be on your hustle. You're still in your grind, right? So
Right.
somebody called through and cut me off. Ain't that disrespectful? Now I should set it up. Hold on, I should set it up that I get no disturbance. So hold on, let me do that before we continue on. I said, oh my goodness, I was all in the heart of it.
Right.
On it. That's my fault though. You see, you gotta be prepared. Let me see. I go in the settings and do not disturb.
I said she was in the middle of delivering a word. You hear me? Look at the devil.
I know. Oh man. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, the activities and the director and all that, and being in that, and going through the pandemic itself, because being in senior living and seeing the things that I saw, as far as like the deaths and how the how COVID could really like affect you. I think it affected me as well. And I just wanted to be in the serving, you know what I mean? And all I was doing was just, I wanted to make people happy. And if I could be there and hold hands and make people smile and give them life, like that is truly within me. And just some, a certain position that I was in just wasn't, it just didn't feel like the heart of me, because it was more paperwork and all that. I'm just not into that. Like, I like to be around the people. I'm a people person. I feed off of people. That is my muse. And so, there was just some things going on, and I was just like, I could do this, because I would see, entertainers, and shout out to them coming in. I was like, I could do this. You know what I'm saying? I could do this. And so I just decided, like, now was the time. And God gave me a vision a long time ago, like in 2017, and people kept hearing me talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I kept saying, I'm just talking. And then like, this was just the perfect time and awesome. And then I'm in the place where, I'm able to do that. And I have the guidance and the support of my partner. I'm gonna shout her out, Ann Benefield, because we are C Squared Entertainment together. And she's just been like the rock and holding it down. You know what I mean? Like, finding me stuff, because I'm not internet savvy. I get on there, but I can't post stuff and look for stuff. Like, she'd be on it, pop, 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 pop. And so it helps. It helps to have a partner and some that support, and feeling like you have that support and not by yourself. And then with the support of the family, like you all have always been, you know what I'm saying, girl.
Like we should,
So
like,
that
why
is
like you
always
could have been did this. I think that you making your move and doing and following your dream and following your path kind of gave me permission to do the same. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it was like,
Well, you mean gave you need a permission. No permissions needed. We can do whatever we want.
no, but I mean
Brittany, you
it.
can do whatever you want. Okay.
But it made me go, okay, this is something that's possible. You know what I mean? And because we've talked about collabs on things that we were gonna do, wanted to do for
Mm-hmm.
years. You know what I
Years.
mean?
Years.
That just happened, was a whole thing we had talked about.
Right.
And I knew that I always wanted to get into content creation. Like, I've got all these ideas of things I want to do. I'm super funny. I'm entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Charismatic. All
Great
of
with
that stuff.
people. Yes, great with people. We've always been great with
Yeah,
people.
and so it was like, okay, I saw you doing your thing, and it was like, all right, well, like, if she's doing it and it's working, you know what I mean? Uh, okay, let me see what I can do. And so I started putting things into place, you know what I mean, and and and,
Mm-hmm.
and making moves in this direction. I wasn't expecting to go in it quite the way that I did, but you know, I started moving, and it was like, all right, God,
That's right.
okay, you know what I mean, like
No.
that cliff is right there. I'm a leap. I hope you
Right.
got me.
Not hope. There's no hope. See, that's the thing. Don't hope. You got to know. You got to know and believe. And make sure you got to put God first in everything. Any decisions, anything that you do, you got to walk with that, because that's really the key to like it being, and me being able to do it, is because it's hard. You know what I mean? It's really hard to step out on your own. I mean, financially, you worried about all these things, especially when you were making money. Like, I literally am not working for anyone but myself. And so I really have to go out and hustle. And sometimes the hustle is there and you can get it, but the money ain't coming until they give you pay the invoice or pay what they need to pay. And sometimes you're like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, you sitting on money just waiting for it to come in, but you got to figure out what you got to do. And you just got to trust in God, and you got to trust that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get this vision, and you don't have me doing this for no reason. The
Right.
purpose has to be, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. And it's not really about the money. It's really about serving the people. At least that is for me, that it's not about the money. It's
No,
never been
the thing
about
is,
the
it's never
money
been
for
about
me.
the
Like,
money for me either. It is about,
mm-hmm.
like, for me, like, ours is a little different because you're still dealing with businesses. Mine is listener supported. You know what I mean? So if
Mhm.
the numbers got to be up, I got to keep my numbers up so I can get donations and all of that stuff. Which, by the way, you know, donate if you feel like you need to. Keep it real. Um,
Come
but
on with support.
but I think part of it is like that's the fear is, you know, how do you make sure, you know, how do I like, luckily my partner has been, you know, great and completely understanding and is like, if this is your path, let's, you know, figure it out. You know, they're definitely not used to, has a specific, you know, thought process on working and all of that, and so he's working through
Mhm.
that on that himself. But you know, as long as he sees me up doing the work, you know what I mean. I think we'll get there. And
Right.
but it's tough because you know
That's the
I'm
key. That's the key. You got to support. Support is a huge. I think is a huge thing because if you don't have the support, then it's like you can drown your own self. Do you know what I mean? And even though you do have the partner, and maybe sometimes they don't understand, and like what are we doing here for real? Just the fact that I know your partner, so you are right. You are right. You know what I'm saying? And my partner sometimes like has to, because I dream a little too big sometimes. You know what
saying
I mean? I mean, there's no dream that's too big, but sometimes I'm way out there, and I have so much in my head and so much that I want to do that sometimes it can seem a little bit unrealistic if it's not done properly.
yeah.
So having her allows me to be on point. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to do a lot of stuff for free, and she's just like, "Wait a minute." You know what I'm saying? Like, hold
Hold on. You got to bring something in the tape. You got to bring something in.
me, because you can't do it like that. Which is, we do have a lot of stuff that we are doing just to get the basically to get myself out there.
And
Yourself out there and you show yourself, then the other things, those rewards will come. But I mean, literally, like she's like, "What's your business plan? What's this?" And I was like, "I wasn't thinking about just going and making music." She's like, "You got to have a structure." So I am blessed that I would be all over the place and everything. So that's I have to give it to that. It's probably a lot of reasons why it is going really, really, really well so far.
it is. And hey, Kim Smith, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Hey,
What's up,
cuz.
cuz? I think that it is a, you know, that's a testament to kind of how the our partners is they
Mhm.
balance us out. Because I'm a, you know, I am definitely the big dream kind of person. Like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And
Since why we're brother and sister.
yes, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the big dream person, and let's figure out what, you know, let's just figure out how to do it. You know what I'm saying? He's the one to go, let's figure out how we can do it.
Right. Not right.
You know,
Right. Because in
not
my head,
just do it.
it's done. Like it's
It's
already
already
done.
done.
We gotta do
Listen,
this,
I
that,
prayed about
that.
it.
You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Well, wait a minute. How are you gonna get there? What you gonna do to get it?" And you're just like, "Well, come on." You know?
You don't
Yes.
see the vision? I don't
Yes.
understand why
Yes.
you don't see the
Yes.
vision.
Right. Like, I see the vision,
I
but
see the
how are you
vision.
going to afford the vision? Like, right. I'm
Right.
like, oh,
You know,
well, that
like
part.
take this room for example. You know, it's not completely done yet, but you know, he helped me put it together. You know, what do you need to do for this? So because I was just gonna be buying
Right.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just it'd be make it work. He was like, nope, we got a plan. You gotta have a plan. You gotta, you know, things you need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. You know, but I think one of the things that we have in common, and I think that's so interesting, is we grew up with a love of music. And, um,
Good.
you know, it's the direction that you went in, and going into DJing and, you know, being an entertainer, you know, stems from that deep, abiding love of just, you know, music, you know, all types of music. You know what I'm saying? I remember we used to go
Everything.
to the club and get down. You know what I mean?
Get
Like
down.
down
Get
and
down. You know what I'm saying?
have a ball, and it's, you've parlayed that into like a legitimate business where you're going and you're doing for other people, you know what I'm saying, what DJs did for us, which was giving you that space to just kind of let yourself be free for
Right.
that moment.
Right. And one of the things I think that's also is making it as successful too is that like we are women. Do you know what I'm saying? And so women right now, especially I think in the DJ realm, is like when we go and we'll book a party or we'll do something, like we literally cater to the audience. Like I tell them, send me your playlist, what you want to play, like what's the must-haves, so I know what it is that I'm doing. Also, of course, we're making sure I'm working the crowd, but trying my best not to play what I want to hear. Like the only time I did do that when I did Rest in Pride, like, I'm a houser. I love house music. And so I had to play, like, this is my first real like thing outside with the public. I have to play a house song. They may not have liked it, but I did. And that was, I had
First
it
of
for
all,
a
okay,
moment.
so I have not told this story over the air, but I have told this story to friends of mine. First of all, Reston was not a paid gig.
Oh, listen, this is live. Let's not talk about that. Regardless of whether it was paid or not, it was a gig
It was a
for
gig.
it was a gig for exposure, and I did well, and that's okay because it was volunteer. It was volunteer, and so I volunteered.
You
Now,
did.
whether
You
or not
volunteered your time,
I did, I did
and that is
volunteer
a
my time.
wonderful thing.
Hmm.
And I'm sure Pride at the Acres went great.
Listen, cut it out. I'm still growing, brother. Like, cut it out. Like, oh my goodness. Oh.
No, so
No, it was
we don't.
good. It was very successful. It was good, and I did. I just played that one song, and I think I still got some people going. But that was obvious for me. You know what I'm saying? And so that let me know that you have to be careful. And sometimes I think when it comes, and even like women, like if you're gonna get a party or something, like sometimes men, not all, but sometimes they going in there for a different reason. Like they're doing their music, but sometimes they can be like, you know what I mean? Hey,
They trying
shorty,
to
you know what
just
I'm saying?
they trying to do what they trying to do
You
with
know,
the
like
they
let me holler at you,
let me
little short.
holler
Like,
at you
come on,
for a second, shawty. You know what I'm saying?
you know,
Let me see what you
yeah.
working with.
So you
Damn,
don't
you
gotta
thinking
worry
in
about,
jeans
yeah,
and shit. Like,
exactly.
can you play the music,
They don't have to
please?
worry about that,
can
right?
you can you just play the record?
Right. Play the record. Like, you don't have to worry about that with us. And I think that's a big niche right now because you don't have to worry about that. It's like women, we're just coming and playing, and then got karaoke and whatever you want. Like I am doing my best to make your event like, that's my tag, like, a good time every time. You know what I mean? Like, cause that's what it should be. Like I want it to be a memorable experience and something you're just like, you know what? Even if it was for a short time, like that was a damn good
Good
time. You know
time.
what I mean? And I'm not a DJ that sits behind the thing just playing music and just talking on the mic. Like I'm engaging. Like I'm coming to you. If I see that people are sitting there much. Wait a minute. One, don't stop my show. Don't make me look like I ain't partying because I'm partying. So I need you to party with. And sometimes
With
you just
me,
gotta get
right.
people out their box, out there like, their shyness, and just get them out and one movement, and then there it is. You know what I mean? And so that's what I like to do. Come from a family of party. That's
Listen,
what
we
we
come
do.
from a
We get
family of
together.
entertainers,
And
partiers.
entertainers, party, laughing, and joking
And so I don't think we're gonna be able to get to the thing we
to our
wanted to
family
get to
because
today.
we are blessed because. Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're gonna get to the topic we was gonna get to today, but it's fine because I think this is better. You know, talking
Yeah.
about it's being both of us being entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we are now. Now we're
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs.
We're
Uh,
entrepreneurs.
it's
Yeah.
what do you think are some tips that you know you as someone who's a little bit more seasoned than I am now in this game, not by much, but still a little bit
All
more
right.
seasoned
Remember,
than
I was
me.
like, we about the same seasons. We just,
What are some things that you would say are things that you learned very early on?
Well, things that I'm still learning
Yeah.
is one, know your worth. That's a key. You know what I'm saying? Know what you are, because I think sometimes when we're just trying to get out and do anything, like we'll probably take anything just to get it. You know what I mean? And that's where that financial like mindset of fear, like, oh my gosh, I just have to do this. But know your worth, because whatever you're doing, like it's hard. You know what I mean? Like I got to go out and pack stuff up, bring it back and pack it more again every day. Like put it in my car, take it out, put it in my car, and then setting it up and then putting all my energy and still having enough to continue and then make it and go to the next one. So you got to know your worth, because you're worth it. You know what I'm saying? The service that you're providing is worth it. So that's number one. I think the number two is support. You know what I'm saying? Support. Actually, I said those backwards. Well, no, I didn't. Support is important, because you know you got to make sure you have a good team of people around you that, you know what I'm saying, well, when you're feeling down and you feel like you can't make it, there's other people to tell you stop being crazy. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing this all your life. This comes so natural to you. Like, why are you even doubting? You know what I mean? So you got to know your worth, make sure or have the good support that you need. And then on the three, and I'm only saying this because I know everybody isn't believers, but it is for me. That's why I said I probably did it backwards, is really to put God, spiritual, whatever. But for me, it's I got to put God first, because that's who's going to order my steps and make it happen. And when I faulty on that, I can feel it and I can tell, and it shows him what I do. But that is for me. So for me, I can only give three. For those who aren't believers, it's two. So first,
I
God
mean,
first. Two, know your worth. And three, support. Have a good network of supporters.
I think that, no matter who you are, whether you're a believer or not, it makes sense to the idea of ordering your steps. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And having a you, even if your faith is not in God, you got to have faith in a work. You know what I'm saying? You got to have faith that you are you are doing what you're put on this earth to do. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so I think all of those make perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? As me, like I told you, I said I was like, look, God, I did it. I jumped. You know what I'm saying? I jumped. You ain't
Jump.
got no
Catch
choice but
me,
to catch
Lord.
me.
I know you got it. I'm letting you take
I'm
the
letting you
wheel.
take
I'm
it.
letting you do
But
everything.
you know what I'm saying? But it's sometimes, that fear, it does not go away. Like it's not. I'm still scared. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm seeing the fruits of my labor come to pass. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I'm still like, because I've only really, like, if I'm being real, I've only been doing, I've been doing podcasts here or there, but it's only been like 3 weeks really that we've been on this the way that we've been on
On
it.
this part, which I'm
You know?
so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm glad that you have taken this leap, you know what I'm saying, of faith. And so, yes, fear is human. It is human, and that is going to be there. But what I want you to do is when you feel that fear, I want you to think of all the good things about yourself that should tell you, what do I have to be fearful for? You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. You've been talking, just like you said, you've done your podcast. Like, all you're really, the fear isn't about who you are. The fear is about whether it's going to give you what you think that you should be getting, which is like the financial piece of it and all that stuff. So you got to get that out of your mind, because you can do it. That's the thing. You can do it because it's already in you to do. You know what I mean? So when you start to fear, you just get, you know what I'm saying? And you are faithful. You just pray and you say, dear Lord, you know what I'm saying? I know you got this. I am human, but guide me and let me know that everything is going to be all right. Anytime you start your show, when you end it, anything, you just give it to God and say thank you. It don't have to be this long drawn out thing of like woo woo, you know what I mean? But just to say thank you. You know what I mean? Yes, you can do that. Thank you, Lord, and it is good. You know what I'm saying? So that is all. That's all it takes, because it's already in you. And I have to tell myself that too. Is fear is human, but when I realize what I'm fearful of, it's not me. I'm not fearful of myself, and you're not fearful of yourself. You're just fearful of all the other crud that comes around it. But you just pray about that and it'll be all right. Because
All
God's
right.
got us. He's always had us.
Hallelujah. Anyway, so before we end off on this, I
Amen.
felt like I feel like it would be remiss if we did not tell, if you did not get a chance to tell an embarrassing Jason story. Whichever one, or your favorite Jason story.
Oh, my embarrassing Jason story is when you came out as a little kid. You came out of the bathroom with a spoon covering you. You came out with a spoon
forgot
out of
about
the
that.
tub. Came out with. We was like, what if Mom said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I can't." What is that? You was like, you couldn't find a towel or something, so you came out and you covered your front with the spoon, but didn't care that your little hiney was hanging. It's funny.
I forgot all
That
about
was
that.
funny.
Wow.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
Remember, I've been with you all your life.
all my life. All my life.
So,
Listen, so and oh, speaking of all my life, guess who I found on Facebook the other day?
who?
Miss Goffney.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we can talk offline about that. That's awesome. Oh, that's like my favorite teacher. Oh, that's awesome.
You know,
That's
Andrea,
good.
yes, I was like maybe 6 or 7. This didn't happen last year.
What?
I've grown since then.
Oh my gosh, no, he was a kid. He was like a baby, y'all. Like that wasn't like yesterday.
It wasn't yesterday.
Because
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
I would hope my brother. I hope my brother's stuff ain't fit no spoon. That's terrible. We'll talk about that offline if that was the case. We'd be like, Jason, don't bring that up. Don't bring. No, he was a little kid. He's probably like 3 or 4. It's cute.
I was actually, what was my, see, like, my sister growing up was the coolest. I don't remember you having anything I could say is like embarrassing CC stories. Cause like you were just that cool, popular girl that like everybody wanted to hang out with. Everybody was friends with. Like what I realized afterwards is you and I were a lot alike in the sense that like everybody knew who we were. We just didn't hang out with everybody. Like I call it being king of the outcasts. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew the popular kids, and I was friends with some of the popular kids, but not all the popular kids. But like the kids that weren't popular, and those were my friends. And I
was cool with pretty much, like you said, everybody. A lot of, it's interesting. This is where, to know, like, a lot of insecurities, within me. But as I've gotten older, I've kind of touched base, on those. But it's amazing how, like, I didn't really see myself as the cool, popular kid. You know what I'm saying? I knew I had like a lot, I hung out with the popular kids, but I didn't think that I was on the popular level. I just thought, I was around them enough that I became like known. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Facebook and like people who were popular, like some people on the football team, and some of the, people would just be like, man, Selene, you've always been this and you've been cool. And I was like, wow, I didn't even think that they noticed that. You know what I mean? And it was like, no, I was asked this question, like, if you could think back to like one of the greatest times of your life and like how you thought then to how you would think now, what would it be? And so it was when I had my 16th birthday party in Bethel Manor. And everybody and their mom came to that. Like I was worried nobody would come. My girl Melissa Webb sang happy birthday. I literally you know what I'm saying, at that time and realize, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, people do like you and you were really, you know what I'm saying? You could do so much. But instead, I was like a shell. Like, you would never have thought that. But on the inside, like, I didn't feel like I was popular enough for all of that. You know what I mean? It's even growing up, even after that moment is what I mean. So, like, to feel now, like, dang, if I would have taken that moment and realized there was no reason for me to have any type of worry or all that because I was already good. You know, I'm been good, but I knew I was good or known I was good then. It'd probably be a whole different, you know what I'm saying? I probably would have done a lot of stuff a long, long time ago instead of the little long haul of tears and pain and all that kind of stuff through. It would have been different, I think, for me, because I'm not, as a 44-year-old person now, it's taken me a long road to get to that point of knowing. But you know what I'm saying? But that moment, that was one of the greatest moments of my life.
I remember that party. I remember that party very vividly because it was like,
you know, the police were called.
I
mean, we had grown folks, kids, like, and people still talk about that party.
Yes,
they still say that.
There was everybody.
You know that party was Bethel Manor. I was like, oh my gosh, like
epic, like epic,
everybody.
Epic, and it's so funny because I remember
everybody.
We'll have to talk about this part offline, but that's it. You know, that's it for right now. We have to do this again because we didn't even get to nearly half the things I wanted to get to. So yeah, you might have to be a regular.
Listen, I'm an entrepreneur, sir. We can do whatever you want in the mornings.
Listen, you might have to be
absolutely.
You may have to be all wake the F up with us again. Anytime. But thank you so much, CC, for coming and gracing us. Where can the people find you?
You can find me on Facebook. I am C Squared, SQUARD. You know, with the C, SQUARDENT. Facebook. You can find me, same thing, C Squared ENT on Instagram. And I have a website. It's also kind of old and under reconstruction because I've been doing some more things. So I have to add some things, but you can still go to my website for booking, which is again, C Squared, SQUARDENT1.com. And there it is, you know, or you call me at 301-751-3138. Boop.
Girl, don't put this up. This is going to be on the internet forever.
That's okay. I'm going to be booking forever.
I hear you. Listen, I hear you. That's why I'm speaking it to existence. Speaking it to existence this morning.
That's the business line. It is quite all right. It's on everywhere anyway. It don't matter.
Thank you all so much for watching. This has been a production of Kansas City Alternative Podcast Collective. That is KCAPC. Just a couple of things that we've got coming up over the course of this week. The episode for the self-campaign will be out later this afternoon. I will be doing my nightly streams on Twitch. That's twitch.com/KC Caffeine Gaming. Let's see. On Friday, we're doing our Jackbox Fridays on Twitch. That is on the KC Caffeine Gaming Twitch channel. It has been so much fun. We've been having a ball doing that. That's not for you children. Don't bring your children to the Jackbox game on Friday night because they're going to learn some stuff. I'm just trying to tell you now. Let's see. Coming up, don't forget to, if you feel so inclined, there's a donation button here on the stream. You can also go to our Patreon, patreon.com/KC Caffeine. It's to get them just to help us out here because we are all listener supported. I think that's all I have for you. Again, CC, thank you so much for coming on and waking the F up with us. And we appreciate you. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good morning and stay away.